What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Battle Brothers on the Warriors of the North DLC. Picking up where we left off last time, we're outside the last rest of the Forgotten. Let's go ahead and jump on in. We know we're going to be fighting... Oh, for once they actually tell us what we're fighting in terms of the Undead. Some fallen heroes. We are well equipped to deal with them now. We've got lots of great weapons. Huh. Well, it gives us a pretty good position. I don't think I've ever had this. Maybe I have. This exact, terrain. It's really strong. But we're going to step forward and take even better terrain for ourselves. And it's nice because we still have enough fatigue to shoot at the end of it all. And with no necromancer on the field, we don't have to be as worried about stuff like resurrecting. Although I'm sure they will resurrect. So let's make sure we save space for these four guys. Is there someone down there? Yeah, okay, I can see. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's step here. There. I think that's Behemoth the Black. Gimli, I went ahead and gave Gimli the helmet that Fritz has been wearing. We've been cycling Fritz in and out quite a bit. And I think it just makes sense to have the best helmet that we can on Gimli as a two-handed user. Making sure we can take advantage. Ooh, something I'm noticing right now. We might step here with Svarog. This location, they're going to have to go all the way up and around to get there. And if Behemoth can kind of meet them there, that's fine. But we want to make sure we have the maximum number of people here that we can. Seeing a lot of deadly weapons on these fallen heroes. Long swords, military cleavers. Can we step? No, we can't move at all. So yeah, let me step here. We've got this whole location locked down. Nice and neat. Just not this location. These three fallen heroes, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and go top. But it'll take them at least an extra turn to do that. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Clear out the chaff, that way the fallen heroes will be isolated. This should be a pretty easy fight. This kind of bodes well for the next part of our questing. We have to go over to that other location. It's kind of far away. And we have to deal with some ancient dead, which are generally tougher. I would say on average they're a harder enemy than the standard undead. They just have a bigger bag of tricks. They have better ways of dealing armor piercing type damage. Alright, he stepped into a triple surround. I'm happy about that. And having the high ground against these types of enemies feels great. No line shot, unfortunately. Hit him in the head. I love this weapon. I wish it was better. The unique one we bought last episode. But it still looks sweet. As we all know, when it comes to weapons, aesthetics is everything. Alright. We'll take this high ground position. We just need to shoot into anyone. Come on. We got to step up with our archers next turn, probably. Just to make sure we don't have to take bad shots like that anymore. We'll pass. Hopefully this guy will step in. Knock him down. And we'll reload. Thought about whipping out our bill hook there, because he will probably step in. We don't have a shot yet. We need these guys to come up to this position. Very good. We also get the headlessness. It's a common condition amongst the zombies. Step in. Okay. Smarter AI did not take the bait. Terrain has played quite a big role in some of our recent battles, even in just yesterday's against the Lindworms. It was pretty much all important. Our ability, we'll actually step in here, I think that's fine. Our ability to take the high ground essentially against those Lindworms, I think was really key to us winning that battle without any casualties. I had a feeling that would happen. If we step in, nice. I was hoping not to get tied down here, but I guess they are faster than me. Step in. Let's try and kill him before he kills us. We get the reset from Berserk, then we proc Killing Frenzy, and that lets us put an extra 25% damage on this guy. It's also pretty sweet. Went for trying to get a lucky decapitation. Just got a call. You probably heard that. It's probably from my doctor. If they call back, I'm probably gonna have to answer it. I'll just end up shutting off the microphone for a second. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I get so many scam calls during the day that my tendency is just to not answer my phone at all. But I'm pretty sure that might have been from my doctor. But I can always call him back. It's just my luck. Nobody usually calls me. Unless it's either a scam or something like that. And the moment I sit down to record, I get all the scam calls. Or all of a sudden, people want to call. That's how it seems to go. I'm comfortable jumping down here because we're still on the high ground. As long as that doesn't happen, I'm happy. That's the exact thing I was like, nah, that'll never happen. I'm not that unlucky. But I would be wrong. Guess we just step here and try and give Behemoth a better surround. Very nice. That should just be an easy archer kill. That one too. Step here, we're not obstructed. Alright, one more turn. Not that hard of a fight. They're paying us a good bit of crowns to do this. The gear from Fallen Heroes is also pretty valuable. Not saying we'll get any, because we had to blast almost all of it to just to kill these guys. I saw I could have reloaded there, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Dang, can't quite reach. Alright, with a full surround now. There we go. Okay, that's done with. Next, we got all the helmets, but we didn't get any of the armor. The armor is it's quite valuable. We also got a military cleaver and a longsword. Those will sell for quite a bit. You entered a domain of evil, but with the last Wiederganger slain, you see the light of the world brighten, and the smell of the earth beneath your feet returns to the natural order. With this place laid to rest, it's time to go on to withered battle site. We'll stop by Grolfest. Probably nothing has changed since yesterday's episode, but I don't quite remember what was there, and I want to definitely reorient myself. So this is going to be annoying. Whatever happens, we're fighting them in the swamp. So it's going to be a bit of a slog. And ranged capabilities count for a heck of a lot less. See, this is what I'm talking about. Let's just buy 5. Yeah, ranged capabilities count for next to nothing against the Ancient Dead. Get up to 7 days. What are the prices like here for selling? Where's my bear hat? Okay, the prices are excellent. Let's dump everything. Get rid of the signet ring. I guess we may as well check the armor. Because like I said, I don't remember. Oh, that's true. I was debating the coat of plates full helm and whether or not we should buy those. Honestly, guys, I also love the scale armor. We still have brothers who are wearing like reinforced mail, crossbowmen that is. Like Leisure Side, we could put him in so much better armor. This is 26 and I think the other is 28. And then we could even put bone plating or something like fur padding on it. And he would be so much better protected. And that's kind of like the upper end for me of what I want my crossbowmen wearing is the scale armor. Reinforced if they have really bad fatigue, and scale armor if that extra 2 fatigue just won't matter. You start getting into Lamellar and then heavy Lamellar, and the fatigue just becomes really just too much. And it's awesome. Coat of Scales is just so much better than heavy Lamellar. 2 less fatigue, but it also gives you 15 extra durability. It's a great set. And then for 20 more durability, you can lose another 2 fatigue, or another 4 fatigue, rather. So Coat of Scales is kind of, I think, one of the superior armors in the game. It's really hard for me not to buy it right now. Let's see what we're still rocking on some of our brothers. It's actually kind of a shame that some of them are wearing such poor and heavy armor when we're this far into our playthrough. Like even Kata. Kata is an archer who's got dodge and nimble. He should be wearing something much lighter. Like honestly, he should be wearing this armor here. And he would be incredibly hard to hit and kill. We just haven't quite gotten lucky with those yet. And we could always just do this. I mean, it's not a big deal at all to switch stuff out. This is 225 versus 210. But for way less fatigue. Yeah, something like that. I'm looking at these right now to buy. I think I might buy them. Give 1 to Leisure Side and potentially the other 2 to Ragnar. And then take Ragnar's armor and perhaps give that to Kata. That way John D can keep his super light armor that he's going to absolutely need. I like that. That's a decent plan. The prices to buy here are okay. Anytime I see 10k on a coat of plates, I don't hate it. Let's do it. So we're going from 225 to 240, and that's not even with any kind of attachment. I think I might just put, man, bone plating is so good. We could put fur padding on both of them. Let's give this to Kata. Give that there. Now we've got these two reinforced males that we don't need. And the only one still wearing something like that will be Rainer. So Gimli leveled. Let's go ahead and pop those points. Take a little range defense. Okay. What do I want to do though? So additional fur padding, for those of you who aren't familiar, reduces damage ignoring armor by 33%. So it's great versus crossbows, which is something that obviously crossbowmen could be dealing with. Also, because we have them in the back line, it's more likely they'll be hit with things like billhooks, those types of weapons with the reach. They do pretty serious armor piercing. Daggers, stuff like that. Pretty much every weapon in the game has some amount of armor ignoring that it does. So it's never useless. This is never a useless attachment. It's one of the best ones there is. Bone plating is also just solid. I honestly don't hate putting bone plating on both of these. It's just a general all-around good thing. And I think I'm going to do that with the bone plating and hold on to the fur padding, because I think whenever we get some heavy coat of plates for some of our frontliners who are still wearing like sellswords armor, that's what I'm going to put on it. I'm going to put on the fur padding. And for right now, I think let's add the bone plating here and here. Also, it looks badass. It completely changes the way it looks. You can see like there's bone all over in the armor. It's pretty sweet. Okay. Nice set of upgrades there. We could consider selling one of these. I don't think we need to hold on to two. That'll help us defer the cost a little bit of what we just spent. And I mean, if I was rich, if I had like 60,000 crowns right now, I would buy this in a heartbeat, and probably this too, as just solid upgrades for some of our brothers. And I would definitely buy the full helm. Who would I give a full helm to? It's 300. Fritz could use it. No one with a throwing weapon should ever use it. I mean, Behemoth, of course. For now, he's content to wear his Viking King armor. Yeah, I think that's good for right now. We don't need to spend any more. I feel no pressure. That was a nice set of upgrades. We haven't had true upgrades in a while, and it's nice to finally get those. Make everyone feel better. And let's head over to this Ancient Dead location. And then we'll make our way towards the Witch's Hut. We might take a few fights along the way. I know we're going to need some of the Ruins of Borgen. You know what, let's just do it. It's probably more undead. It looks like it's in the swamp. But we just spent quite a bit. We can't afford to pass up good fights. And it's not in the swamp, so it should be pleasant. Oh, nice. Raiders. Okay. Oh, check this dude out. They have a Hedge Knight. Man, we haven't seen a Hedge Knight in forever, it feels like. Been waiting to see like a champion. Maybe that's too terrifying of an enemy to ask for. Once again, we have the high ground and they do not. But it's going to be a little bit harder for us to shut them off of this particular set of ground. We can take out the archers early. It'll just be a straight up ground game. Very good. Crossbowman gotta go. Now he's wearing heavy lamellar. Like the real deal stuff. We'll step in here. And we are certainly going to step up. I'm not as scared of their crossbows simply because... And that's nice. And we're going to Indomitable because they're going to be faster than us. Because they are starting the battle, basically, at the bottom of a hill. So they're already kind of down. The only people that I'm really scared of having hit by crossbowmen are my archers, who don't have shields, of course. But that won't be as much of an issue if they can't really hit me in the first place. I think I'm going to go here. Spear wall. Not let anyone use this little, like, stairwell. I think there's a way to see what their vision is. I don't remember. I could just be totally misremembering that. Let's see what they can do with two terrible crossbows and the worst bow in the game. Our scale armor, looking sweet. Can't hardly even see it because of our big beards and necklaces. And they both managed to jump past Farog. That's pretty crappy. And I was expecting some shield pushes. That's one of the main reasons I Indomitable with Isaac, to make sure they wouldn't do that. And they left that archer exposed. I was hoping to get that kill. Nice. If we hit him, we would have been happy. Line shot. Beautiful. Smash him in the head. This guy too. Oh, you tried to run away from Isaac. That was a mistake. Go for the guy on the low ground. Pretty sure he had shield wall up. Yeah. We getting smashed like that really ruined his day. Okay, shield wall there. Nice. Let's put some bleed on him. $15 versus 15. We'll step in there. And I think this is okay. He's only got a spear. And if we had landed that shot, we might have just killed him. He's going to have to switch out from these throwing weapons, which is the main reason I stepped in. Also, there's nothing really to punish him. Oh, and zombies. And they're going to shoot at the zombies. That's great for us. I knew this was going to happen. It doesn't really bother me. I'm pretty sure we're loaded. We can just shoot him back. And as long as we didn't get stunned there on Isaac, we're cool. They have given me what looks like a round swing on Svarog, which I'm going to be happy to take. Alright, bone plating. And they went for the shove. But I've kind of positioned myself in such a way that them trying to push me off of the cliff is just not going to work. The angles are wrong. And I definitely did that intentionally. And let's see what kind of round swing situation we can do. Oh my god. And that's 3 kills. He went from wavering to knowing that he's the boss instantly. Step in here. Okay. Bill hook. Yeah, and there's just no way we were going to get that armor without resorting to like daggers and stuff like that, but we're kind of beyond that. It's an expensive piece, so I would like to do it. So one there. Really didn't want that crossbowman to get away, but I don't think we can stop him without using dogs. So several zombies in our back line. Thanks to the Undead Crisis. And the Undead Crisis is something that's pretty cool. I mean, this is facing different types of enemies like this, and having this as like another dynamic during the battles is definitely fun. Almost can reach him. We can now. No way we kill him. We jump down here. Let's drop Battle Brother. Dropping a dog versus even a raider that's like running away, if he's not broken, you're still risking your dog's life. So once I hit him with that thing, I saw that he was completely broken. And I knew that sending a dog down there would be a safe thing to do. We'll run him down. Battle Brother almost took him out. Gimli's almost there. And we'll put Warrior down too. Try and speed it up. So this was actually not that bad of a fight. We're going to make a good bit of money off the stuff that they have here. And there might even be another fight between us and that location we're headed towards. Looked like they were trying to spawn zombies. There you go. Battle Brother gets the kill. And we get the loot. Nice! Some metal pauldrons. And we got his helmet, the closed flat top. That's a good one. I don't know if we have anyone who can make use of it. But that's definitely a good like backup helmet. It's one step below the full helm. We have one right now on Fritz. It's a 280? Yes. But it does have vision -3, which is kind of the big deal, which is... What's the range on this? Range of 4. Crossbows are range of 6. So I think if we use a range of... Like if we have a helmet that's -3 vision, we lose 1 range. I think it's how that works. It's hard for me to remember. This might be the best helmet with -2 vision that's not a unique. How many does this? -3? Well, we do have lots of other brothers. I think John, for a moment, can wear this. That's an upgrade for him. His poor fatigue, though. Okay. Well, anyway, let's. That was a nice pickup. Happy to get it. His weapon was a war brand. Not, an expensive weapon we could sell. And now we're getting close to the withered battle site. You find a corpse tangled in a bush, its branch-strung hands repeatedly pedaling outward with a sort of deadly indifference. Ozzy steps close, carefully keeping his distance, and puts a blade through its skull. He steps back, cleaning his weapon, and remarks that the company must be getting close to what you came to destroy. Prepare for the worst. Lots of Ancient Legionnaires and a few Ancient Honor Guards. That's a pretty deadly group. Is there anything I would change up? Probably not. Would kind of like to have Hans in here over maybe Wonton. I think that's a fair trade. It's going to give us lots of heavy hitting weapons in the front. We'll probably get a chance to throw quite a few of these before they engage, especially if we're fighting in the swamp. And we won't have any of the penalties that you get from melee when you're standing in murky water. Let's just try and get in there before night. $15. Whew, okay, so we have some choices here. We could try to get our front line onto this location, but I don't think we'll be able to. So, with that being the case, we may just want to back up all the way into the swamp. They won't get tired. Their shield walls will always be up. But if we can just get lucky and punch a few holes in, we'll be happy. So fighting them in the murky water is just as beneficial for us as fighting them on, like, let's say, high ground. We just want to make sure that they get almost no advantage fighting us. Because some of these dudes will be able to stand like here maybe and hit us with some of these. And we don't want that. Something like this. I don't like the position that Svarog's in either. We could either put him on the high ground or don't, but we don't want to leave him next to high ground. Especially if he's not going to get his lone wolf buffs. You can see the Ancient Honor Guard already. Looks like there's only 2 of them. And they've got dangerous weapons, but we can certainly put dents in them before they show up. Kind of tempting to put Isaac here. I think that's far enough away to give him Lone Wolf. And then if they didn't come to like try and take him on, he would at least be behind them. And right now we're just knocking the armor down. Alright. We're going for it, guys. Lone Wolf. We'll let him come to us. But we're going to have to help Svarog. We'll send up as much missile support as we can. Man, getting even a single hit there would have been great. Alright, knocked him away. Svarog is getting a lot of attention, and it's pretty scary. But this is what he was built for. Let's hope he can survive it. With his being faster than them, he should have the opportunity to get some serious reach advantage. Before they're able to do anything. Alright, so no armor left on him. We may even be able to get the kill with just a single split. Alright, no more armor there. Alright, let's do it, guys. Get lucky. We didn't get the kill, but that's plus 10 melee defense. That should serve him well. Okay. And something that I'm thinking about right now is they may try and just... Oh god, that sucks. Well... I was going to say they may try and just really kill Svarog and never really step in the front line because they have so many ranged tools. But it looks like they're coming in, so... Alright, let's go for that line shot. Nailed it. And every one of the Legionnaires with a shield that we kill, their whole like shield wall lockstep strategy just gets so much weaker. Really don't like being in the swamp there. And because of the way this worked out, with this one dude with a shield was able to bash us off the high ground, we're going to have to rotate. Throwing axes, I've learned, are amazing versus the Ancient Dead. Good hits. This weapon is also amazing as long as you hit them. It basically one-shots them. Gimli's not done yet in the game getting a melee skill. But it's just the fact that we're all standing in the swamp. If you don't know what the swamp debuff is, check it out. Minus 25% melee skill. So, it also lowers the enemy's melee defense, which kind of, I guess, balances out. Put some overwhelm up here. This is by far the dangerous duo that we need to be concerned about. I was about to say, just get that kill and we'll be fine. Alright, bone plating took the first hit. And I don't know what to do about Svarog's like constant wavering. I feel like every time we put him in a lone wolf situation, he wavers. And he's really dependent on him getting that first kill. It feels like if he doesn't get it, he's in a lot of trouble. Nice. Alright, now we can come help. And they're whiffing everything. That's perfect. Line shot. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. As long as we're hitting. Once again, just another really solid tactical battle where we take advantage of the terrain and understanding the AI and how they move. Super crucial. More overwhelm there. Kind of just hoping he'll push me again. Oh no. Oh no. We really got to help Svarog now. Getting that kill would have been pretty clutch. But that shield wall is really wrecking us. Even just one of them. Line shot? Okay, it's about time. Come on, buddy. Thank goodness. Still going to put a ton of overwhelm on him. That's 6 overwhelm. If he hits anybody, I would call shenanigans on that. This is so bad. We're getting a little bit lucky, but step in. We got to give them other people to hit. Come on, man. He's trying to run away, but he can't even do that. We can definitely kill this guy. It's this one that I'm worried about. I was about to say, maybe we can get lucky and get a stack of overwhelm. Just push us, man. And they're going to kill him. God damn it. Svarog going down in the swamps. I guess he just really didn't have the resolve. Let's hope he's still alive. Because we have so little damage on everyone else. For him to die is just awful. Because we could have just kept him back. There was really very little benefit. I honestly didn't expect that many of the enemy to go to him. And yeah, he's got an injury now. Missing finger. So minus 5% melee skill. Not good, but at least he's not dead. 28 tools. Bunch of stuff we can sell. Alright, Svarog. You're alright. Withered battle site is destroyed, proving that even the reanimated dead cannot avoid the thorough destruction the Jarls of Jorvik brings to the battlefield. With the evil cleared out, you get a sense of civility and nature returning to the place. The air hits your nose with welcome briskness. Overhead, birds are zipping across the sky. Little ones, too, not just buzzards looking for a meal. You tell the company to loot what they can and get ready for a return to Count Ingolf von Osten. Victory. Man, poor Svarog. Another injury to add to our ever-growing list. We'll pump that. A little more fatigue. A little range defense. And we can put our boy back in. Something like that. And we'll wait to see if we get a chance to take an easier fight. I remember seeing Alps here before. So I don't really want to zoom too far out and fast forward at night. Lest we come across a huge group of Alps. I know the strat now to beat them. But that doesn't mean I actively want to fight them right now. The bludgeons would work really well. Basically, they do armor piercing. So you can almost just take off your armor completely. And equip like bludgeons or daggers, swords, spears. Those are probably the best weapons. And just kill their little shadows as fast as you can. Alright, let's get rid of the junk. Romphia, one of those cool Ancient Dead weapons. I know we're supposed to be able to get Ancient Dead like legendary, unique weapons. I would love to do that. This is kind of our chance. Okay. With all the Undead incursion going on, this is a pretty good time to try and get some of those cool things. A 3 skull contract. The Undead. 7,280 crowns. Oh my god. Okay, this time we'll ask to be paid more. Because normally the bigger the contract, the more you ask to get paid, the bigger like the difference is. So for us that's like 400 crowns, that's probably worth it. Damn, let's do it. Gotta go to Donnerstad, which is way up north. We're going a bit off the reservation from our Witch's Hut plan, but the thing is, the Witch's Hut's not going anywhere, and we're in a position right now to do some of these cool in-game crises type stuff. Plethora of thralls. I'll definitely take that fight if they're still there when I leave. I just kind of wanted to visit here first. Buy some more supplies. And check the weaponsmith. Okay. Now we can leave. And once the Undead incursion is over, I mean, the only thing we'll have left to do is walk around the map and explore. They have a couple good weapons here, but nothing we really need. Happy to see that there are so many tools available. I guess we'll stop here and get a drink for everybody. What's the general mood? Pretty good. So I don't remember this particular contract exactly how they come. It's probably going to be in waves with some pretty tough stacks. But unless we get horrible terrain, I don't see us having that much of a problem against the Undead at all. The front gates to Donnerstad are opened up and you pass through. Inside you find 2 guards dragging a corpse towards a burning pile of bodies. A woman clutches at the boots of the dead man. begging them to let her have one last look. They ignore her and heave it onto the fire, and she falls before the pyre, slumping over as the skin of her husband crackles and pops. The defense's lieutenant comes over. He claps you on the shoulder. Glad you're here, sellsword. We need to prepare for the coming onslaught. Okay, and it looks like they're under siege. Yeah, they're besieged. It suffered damage and supplies are low and many have lost their lives. Happy to see they have some tools for us. We'll buy that. And I guess we just hang out. Is this our best crew for fighting the undead? Obviously, I would love to have Svarog in here. Yeah. The 60 mark is probably just so much better for resolve. If he had been wearing an Exerher necklace there, he probably wouldn't have broken. Let's check our men and make sure they're fine. I imagine any big fight with the undead that's going to come is probably going to include Geists. So we need to be prepared for that. And we've got time today for one more battle. So here we go. One of the guardmen takes a long glass wrapped in leather and starts peering through the wall's crenellations. His hands begin to shake, and the glass wobbles out of the leather strappings and shatters against the stones. He points and screams, "The undead are here! To arms! Ring the bells!" That sounds like the footmen in Warcraft 3. You look over the walls, but don't need a spyglass to see the wave of pale coming your way. You tell the guardsmen to calm down, and then rush to get the Jarls of Jorvik prepared for battle. Yeah, we'll deal with this, guys. Y'all cower. Oh, this is so much easier of an ancient dead fight. Get over here and let me smash you. We get some militia? I don't even want militia. Y'all just gonna get in the way. Auxiliaries, I'm just gonna absolutely crush. I don't know if these guys are like attached to me. I may want to try and keep them alive. But this type of like sword and board with, you know, a couple guys in the back type of fight, all we have to do is punch holes. And basically what that means is everywhere we see a weak spot, like an auxiliary, we just kill them. This guy is super dead. Rambo here with the dagger and the bad haircut. You're going down, man. The ancient dead don't play. I couldn't save you even if I wanted to. Y'all stick with me. Stand behind the dudes wearing barbarian king armor. That would be my suggestion. But the whole thing is, and I know I've said this before for you guys who've seen me fight the ancient dead before, especially in the last series. The big thing about the ancient dead in this kind of iteration of their forces is that all you have to do to defeat them easily is to keep them from shield walling. If they make it intact to your front line in a straight perfect line, let's say they line up from here to here, right, with all of these legionnaires, because they never get tired, they always can do the following actions. They shield wall, then they attack you. And they'll all do it over and over and over again. Their shields are very good. They have high stats on these tower shields here, but they have very low durability. So you can either go for the strategy of breaking their shields, or you just try and focus some of these guys down and hope to get lucky. But you have to do it in a smart pattern, right? Kind of like every other one of them has to die. And it's tempting here to step forward and try and go for these kills because they haven't, and I think I will, because they haven't managed to shield wall yet. So there's a potential we could have gotten a couple like sneaky kills in here. Big damage like that. So we're not quite one-shotting them, which is a little weird. Normally I find those types of heavy attacks do the trick. And I'll leave him there. Good luck, militiamen. You, sir. Okay, if I'd have known they were going to do all that, I definitely would have stepped in first. And the sooner you get past that kind of rough exterior, the hard exterior of the shields, and you start getting into the ones that have the two-handers, you see how really easy they are to kill. But you got to get there first. And that's where weapons like great swords and the big two-handed weapons really come into play, especially ones with AoE damage. Let's step in. So just to finish my point, shield wall is most effective when the units doing it are standing lockstep. And the more you have doing it, the bigger the bonuses, as long as they're standing next to each other. But if you can punch those holes, they lose the ability to get the bonuses from having multiple units using shield wall next to each other, and then thus they all become so much easier to kill. And I think it's important just to kind of drive that point home, because I remember some of my first times playing Battle Brothers against the Ancient Dead, against like my first Legionnaires battle, and having them, I think that I'm just going to run over them, and then but they managed to get just enough guys together that I just couldn't kill them. I just didn't have the stats necessary to bypass a permanent shield wall with tower shields. I couldn't do it, and I was a bit of an inexperienced player, so maybe there was something else I could have done that I didn't see. But I just remember that feeling of like hopelessness as they slowly started to grind down my front line by, you know, just getting that one attack every turn on every single one of them. It was enough that I couldn't counter it. And what looked like a good situation for me slowly devolved over many turns of me just getting hacked. It felt like I was actually fighting these like ancient legionnaires. I crashed against their shields, I couldn't beat them down, and then they just slowly picked me apart from range with these weapons. And I probably will never forget that battle, because I think I learned a lot about Battle Brothers from that battle. It made me kind of like, I think I probably did that battle a few times until I really understood what I was fighting. And it made me force myself to really learn and understand the matchups in Battle Brothers and why they're important. That you can't just have, you know, a battle where you do whatever you want. And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, even Isaac couldn't hit that guy. And the earlier in your campaign that you face them, of course, the harder they are. I'll say the whole, like, Svarog getting wrecked in that last battle thing was a bit of a fluke. Had I taken them a little bit more seriously, I think the AI behaved a little bit strange, but had I taken them more seriously, I think I would have been fine. And also leaving that orc trophy necklace on him when I'm not fighting the orcs is just a straight up mistake. If you're going to use a brother as a lone wolf, you really better make sure you have the correct gear on him. Otherwise, you're just asking for him to get killed. And now we're in and amongst all of the ranged. And percentages matter a lot when you're looking at dudes who have shield wall up. Step up there. If I had to choose a weapon in real life to fight these things, I think you could do a lot worse than a pole hammer. Swinging this thing like crazy, or using it almost as a spear to keep them at bay, like a halberd almost. Seems like a pretty good weapon. If you're just one man alone fighting these things. I don't think I would choose a flaming Kopesh though. Game of Thrones reference check. We know how it ended for those dudes. We should have stepped up before we swung. Would have given us a slightly better chance to hit. Alright, we've got them all tied down now. 64. And these militiamen, every time they die, I think it's one of my men. And it kind of freaks me out for a second. On going. So this is going to be part 1 of the siege. I guess we're going to do another. This can't be it. They've got to be coming in big waves. So I guess we'll do part 2 of the siege tomorrow. And see just how big the hordes can get. Come on, there we go. You just got to get lucky. I mean, even in the Black Monolith fight, if you just get lucky on the first few rounds and get the kills, it's just super hard for them to ever completely surround you again if you can just beat them back fast enough. The Black Monolith fight, though, is just... Ugh. Not to spoil it too much for those who haven't seen it before, but, man, all the Necro Savants, all the Lich Priests, and Honor Guard, it's just, it's such a tough fight. And if you're not geared for it, if you're not spec'd for it, it can be miserable. And the militia are coming back as zombies. Not only did these guys not get a single kill this entire battle, but now they're coming back to like threaten us. It's ultimate heresy. This militiaman wanted to be cool, so he jumped in and ruined all of our shots. Did only one of them survive? 1 or 2? It's not good odds. You won the day, but the militia has possibly lost the war. The town guard took so many losses, more citizens are packing to leave the village altogether, rather than stay and help defend. A victory nonetheless. Yeah, maybe if we had kept them all alive somehow? I don't know. We can jump right back in. Don't think we need anything though. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. Look forward to the rest of the siege tomorrow. And yeah, I guess we'll continue to take advantage of these types of Undead Crisis quests when we see them. But for the most part, I will angle myself towards the Witch's Hut so that when we can just straight up go into the fight. We're probably going to have to walk all the way back to Grillfest. And then from there, we'll, I guess, try and go over to Grafenheid. We do have a lot of things to make with taxidermy, so it might be cool to go to Finsterwald at some point. But guys, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. Look forward to the rest of the Undead Siege tomorrow, and us getting paid almost 8,000 crowns. It's going to be ridiculous. And yeah, so as always, y'all, see you in the next one. Take care.